Hi everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad that you are here with me, and I wanted to show you guys what I have been doing. And I have a Etsy page. The link will be below, and this is one of my orders. I didn't do it on a video because I had already done I think it was a Michael Myers, the pumpkin bud. You can go back and look at one of the videos on how I made it. So this is basically all of the horror characters, the friends. This is a very popular cup, and it does glow in the dark. It's one of my favorite. Yeah, it glows in the dark, guys. And it's so funny because in our description on the Etsy, it will say it glows in the dark, but then people forget that it glows in the dark until it actually glows in the dark when they get it. And then they're like, oh, it glows in the dark. And then I'll get a message saying, I forgot it glows in the dark. It's so cool. So yeah, this is such a cute cup. But if anybody would like to know how I made this, I can do another video. This is a water slide. And there is glow-in-the-dark spray on it. There is acrylic paint, which I made the blood. So yeah, cute. And this is a 24-ounce cup. This comes with a straw, a lid. This is actually the best cup I've ever had. This thing stays cold for 24 hours. It's awesome. I love it. My favorite. Matter of fact, this is mine. It's the same cup, comes with a straw, the lid, and it's open right there, and it stays cold. Best cup ever. Okay, so today's video is going to be me showing you how I'm gonna make, I have this cup that I was supposed to be doing in December, and I got so busy with other orders that I never got around to actually finishing it, so I wanted to make a video and show you guys how I'm gonna make this. It's going to be a peekaboo cup with snowflakes. So I've already printed out all my snowflakes. I just have to weed them. And then we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how I did this. So I don't know if you guys can see or not. Let me see. They're on there. They're already cut out and everything. I just have to go ahead and peel them off and put them on the cup. But I usually try to find the vinyl that I don't use as much to do my peekaboo cups. That way I'm not wasting. This color is not one of my popular ones. I think I used this color for maybe a Winnie the Pooh. I think, I'm not sure. Or it could be just an extra, but I don't use it much, so that's why I picked this. This is kind of like a mustard colored vinyl. So I try to just use the vinyl that I don't use as much. That way I'm just not wasting and having to go and replace it right away. So basically, we're gonna stick these on the cup. I've already glittered this. Like I said, I already started this back in December, and I just haven't gotten around to finishing it. So I want to get it finished so that I can get it up on my Etsy page. If anybody is interested in it once it's done, I will have it up on my my page for anybody to purchase. This is a 20-ounce tumbler, and it has a lot of beautiful colors on it. There's a dark color, a dark blue, a light blue, silver, and then there's some like, it's called, I think it's called Cinderella. So there's some Cinderella flakes, which are the really chunky glitter that's in here. So let me see if I can show you guys up close. So basically, the snowflakes are going to go on top of this. We are going to spray paint it. We're going to design the outside. We're going to peel the snowflakes off, and then the glitter up underneath will come through. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right, guys, let's get started and let's make this cup beautiful. But before I get started on this, I want to finish this one because it's going to be going in the mail today. So I was going to go ahead and clean it up. So I might as well do that with you guys on camera. So let me see if I can adjust my camera really quick so you guys can see how I clean them. Okay. Sorry about the gut flap. Okay, so I have my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to heat it up and scrape around the rim, just cleaning it up, any of the epoxy that got on the inside. We're going to clean it. Oh, it just all came off so easily. So just go, there's a little bit in the inside, like right there. So you're just gonna pick it off. Look, it just comes off all in one piece, so it's super easy to do. Just go around making sure there's no hard epoxy in there. Then I'm gonna take a little piece of sandpaper, my 220 sandpaper, just a little piece, and I'm just going to take this around the edge so that there's no rough spots. And I do this with all of my cups. All right. Okay, and then I'm going to take paper towel. I need to get some more. And then we're going to take a little bit of, actually I'm going to put a glove on, I don't want to mess up my nails. So what you're going to do is you're going to take Acetone polish remover. This is what I use. I get it from Walmart, and I keep this because it's a pump, and then I just refill it by the refill. It's like $2, cheap. You don't have to go and spend a lot of money on product or stuff to do your cups because it's really not necessary. Okay. And see, it just squeezes down, and you're going to take it, there's paint residue on the inside, and you're going to clean it. Just rub it until all the paint is out. And then double check and make sure that you have no paint and that you have no epoxy. Make sure that whenever you do that, when you're doing this, that you're not doing too much up here because you don't want your epoxy up here to get soft. So you're doing just enough to get any residue that's on the inside out. And it's all out. I'm just double checking, making sure. All right. Then I'm going to take my knife again, and I'm just going to rub it around, making sure there's no, usually use my finger, but I have gloves off. See, there's a little tiny little piece. You would have never seen it if you didn't. And another little tiny piece. All right, I'm gonna do one more wipe and then it's done. And then I will wash it, dry it, and package to get it shipped off. All right, all clean. All right, so here's the cup after we've cleaned it. I put the lid on it, and yeah, it looks great. Looks great. Watch this. What are you doing? No, he didn't do it. Dang it. Oh, such a good boy. He's such a good boy. Okay. Playing around, guys. Just playing around. All right. So we are going to go ahead and start putting our snowflakes on. Let's see if I can get this position for you guys. All right. Positioned. You know what? I don't even think I need. Ding, 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 ding. Let me cut this in half. Actually, I don't. Yeah, I talk to myself a lot. It happens. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna place these all over the cup, everywhere, everywhere. Okay, peel it off. This one is a little wore out, so I went ahead and weeded it so that way you guys didn't have to see that. To me, that's like the boring, aggravating part. This isn't any better. It could be because this is kind of used. All right, so we have our first one, and we're just gonna kind of place it. I want it to be close at the top. My helper. My silly helper. All right, so try the other way. All right, so we're just gonna press them down. That way the spray does not get underneath that vinyl because we're gonna be spraying them. All right, so we have lots of styles, different options. And we're just gonna get it pressing. These are not, there we go. I was gonna say it's not wanting to come off. All right, and we're gonna come about right here. No special way, I'm just placing them, kind of spacing them apart. So we have mediums, we have big, and we have small. So that's what it's gonna look like. So you're gonna make sure that they're pressed down good. And then we're just gonna keep doing this until we feel like we have enough. We have all different little styles. Press it. Spike. All right. All right, and then I'm just gonna kind of stick this one. So if you see like where your little designs are, you can kind of stick it how you want it. Press it down really good. All right. And we're just gonna, this one actually broke, so I'm gonna fix this one. So I'm gonna reposition this little piece that popped off. I guess it broke when I was taking it apart. So easy. Okay, let's find a small one. Here's a small one that we'll put on here. That's basically what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna go to the next stage. So let's see, I'm gonna put this one about right there. Okay, so now we have all of our snowflakes on our tumbler. This is what it looks like, and I fit every single one of them on there because I want to have this underneath glitter come through as much as possible. Even put one on the bottom. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to spray paint this and let it dry. And I wanna put a glitter over this. So we're gonna get to the next part. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. Make sure you give a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed. Okay, so before I take it outside and do the spray paint to it, I wanted to tell you what I do. So I take a glue glue gun, and I will put glue little dots on my vinyl that we've put on here, so that way when you spray paint it and then you glitter it, you will be able to identify where exactly all of your vinyl is, and then it will be easier to pull off. So if you don't do that, it's going to make it more complicated to locate it, and then you might forget one, and you don't want to do that. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. That's what I'm going to be doing next. Glue gun, hot glue gun, it's warming up still. Once it starts getting hot, what I'm going to do is, I'll go ahead and turn it around so you guys can see it, is I'm just going to put a couple dots. So that way when you spray paint it, you'll see these dots. And you don't have to overdo the dots, just put just enough to where you can locate the area. I usually do maybe 2 or 3. It just depends on what the design is. And then you want to make sure you get all these little strings off. And then your little tiny one, just put it right in the middle. All right. So this just helps you locate where your little vinyl stencil, whatever you have on here, just helps you locate it easier instead of trying to figure out how many was there and did you miss any. And this is definitely a tool that I use often. See, you'll see the little dots. I'm going to keep doing that on every single one of them. Just enough so I can locate them. And the ones that are super skinny, I just try to put a little dot, let it dry. And then I'll just go back and pull any of the strings off from the glue. There's a tiny one. Okay, I think I got them all. Oh, no, here's one right here. And, oh, the bottom. Well, we know there's one on the bottom, but we're going to go ahead and mark it anyways. That way we don't forget. Okay. All right, so there it is. I even put one on the bottom. So now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to peel these little stringies off. Because if you don't take these little strings off when you spray paint, then you're going to have it'll show the strings. So just kind of clean it up a little bit. And okay, and I'm going to go ahead off camera and I'm going to go outside and spray paint this. And then we will get to the next part. All right, so I took it outside and I spray painted it white with Rust-Oleum white flat. And we're going to go ahead and put it on the turner, and we're going to let it dry for probably about 20 minutes or so. And then we're going to go ahead and start putting our glitter on. All right, so we went outside, we sprayed it, we've let it dry now. We're going to apply our Mod-Podge. And here we have the white, it's called, I think it's Crystal Glitter. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It gives like that rhinestone look. So basically we're going to apply the Mod-Podge and then apply our glitter, and we're going to let it dry thoroughly. So right now I'm just getting all my stuff together so that we can go ahead and get it started. And you're going to do an even layer of your Mod-Podge. Do not do it thick because then it will take a long time to dry when you put your glitter on. So you're just going to make sure that you get the whole cup covered and do an even layer of your glitter. Okay, so once you've applied all of your glitter and it's thoroughly covered really well, you're going to tap any extras off. Take your hand or even paper and press down and make sure that all the glitter is flat, especially if you're doing chunky. So what I did was I went ahead and I took it outside and I sprayed it with my Rust-Oleum, the semi-gloss clear, and let it dry on the turner for about 20 minutes before you even start trying to pick off the vinyl. So you see the little dots on here. What I did was, once I let it dry a little bit, I started picking at it. And then I noticed that some are dry and some were still wet. So in the video, I kind of went off camera and picked through it as I was trying to figure out what was dry and what wasn't. I recommend you definitely giving it a good 30 to 45 minutes to dry, because there is Mod-Podge and glitter, and sometimes it just takes a little extra time for it to dry really well. If you don't let it dry, your glitter will fall off in chunks, and that's not what you want. But that's what started happening to me, so that's why I kind of stopped. And then I would just come back later and retry it again. So the reason why I sprayed the clear on it is so that it secures all of your glitter so it's not falling off on you. It just helps to where when you're picking off your vinyl, that your glitter stays on the cup. You'll probably lose like a little bit, but it's nothing, it's not really a big deal. But other than that, it's a very easy process. It doesn't really take a lot of time. It depends on the detail of the vinyl that you're pulling off. I noticed like some of my snowflakes were a little more time consuming because they had a little more detail to them. each, and we're going to go ahead and get it mixed really well, and then we're going to apply it to